Hi YouTube, this is Bayu here with my brand new unused rocket stove, stainless steel, Chinese copy by the way. I cannot afford the US style, and I will show you the process of putting the wood or the coal and lighting them up, and tell you if that design is good enough to boil cup of water. I'm not biased to water, but I prefer the small Chinese version of the firebox version because you get more oxygen. And later on I will tell you what's the difference between one with a wide mouth and one with a very small 3 square inches opening. Okay YouTube, I cheated a little bit. Not with the fire, but I went back to my desk and got this a pocket bellow. In a situation like this is a very important tool, okay? Because you keep you away from the smoke. You see what I told you about my old beat up tray, my rusted faithful tray. It make the actual equipment more easy to handle. Okay guys, put that over here. This is gonna be a very slow process, and I'm not gonna bother you with that, but I'm gonna cheat a little bit more, and I'm gonna tell you what I have. Now the firewood is good. Let me use a little bit more. Let me see if it gets more fire. Still. No, it's not quite working yet. Sterno fire starter. This is kind of red, yellow. In the UK they have the fire dragon. Oops, a little bit too much. This is not a yellow, it's more like a liquid one. See, now we have this fire starter light up, instant flame gel, light up the top of the coals, and the pieces of the firewood is doing their job. However, I'm not an engineer. That's not my degree in. But the box disposition of this stove is not conducive to a good combustion because it's closed, and you don't have a good air intake. Think about a cylinder in the car. A cylinder in the car, you got air coming in from the intake valve, and then you have the fuel valve that put the fuel in there once open up, and then both closes, and you get the explosion, and then alternate left, right, or intake, out, outgoing, intake, outgoing. That's where the combustion engine works. This doesn't have anything on top, so the only thing open is right here on the side. So in order for the fire to get good, you have to manually either use the fan or the bellow to get the fire going on. So the engineering is not quite right. Now, if you give me a second. This is what we have been using lately. This is the Asian. I thought it was Filipino invention, but I think it's Vietnamese. And this, you can do a nice barbecue with a few pieces of coal or wood. The difference is this is quite portable. You can disassemble it. You can put it in your backpack. This is much heavier, so this is just for one location. This one light up in just with a little bit less pieces of the firewood or a few drops of the starting fluid, because the design, which is open, see, like a crown. If you can take a look, I put one of those Asian pot holders, because since it's clay or terracotta as they call it here, at the bottom is cracked already. Once you start cooking the clay and the heat, it starts to crack. So the metal pot holder is like it serves as like a divider and help the oh boy, it helps the terracotta not to get burned and get flimsy and break. I have the Korean style. Okay, now we have fire. Okay, finally. Goes on again. So what I have right here is it's a South Korean aluminum pot with some kind of cover. I don't know what it is. It's not paint. It's another minerals, a very light coat. I never liked the store clear what kind of materials it is, but it is sold. They have at least 20 different models. This is a 14 centimeter. I got roughly around a little bit over a pint of cup of water. And see the issue right here. I have it tight and secure, but it still moves. I don't have the time with me. But, oh, this is funny, because look what I have on my right side. I completely forgot about this. I had the Mexican style of stove. Actually, I burned some extra wood that I got around, and guess what? It got too hot, and it cracked. The bottom cracked because I don't have a base. So as you can see, if you had nothing inside, other than the fire, it would crack. I know in South America the natives use this type of pot, but you always fill it with water, oil, or stuff when you're cooking. They use this to cook, you know, before the Spanish got here and screwed up the whole hemisphere. And the Native Americans, we use clay pot. And if you put something inside the clay pot, it's not going to crack. But if you don't have anything, just like this, just like that, it will crack. The bottom one, the heat. But this is what the world uses, guys. This is a new Western type of development. And as you can see, I don't know. One thing it doesn't show any doesn't have a lot of smoke, which is good. And if you like Western movies, the way that the natives, the Cherokee, the Apaches, Comanches, start killing the people migrated from the east to the west, was because when they make a fire, they told you the whole humanity, hey, we are here, we're screwing up, we're taking over your land, so the Indian would come and they would kill them. And then they would send the U.S. Army, the U.S. Cavalry, and they would decimate the Indians, and you have a cycle until, by the attrition, the Indians lost. A little bit of history, you know me. See, I don't remember seeing my grandmother or my cousins when I was a little boy in South America, seeing my grandmother or my cousin having to be by the fogón. That's the word. Actually, that's a word that even today is used by the Puerto Rican, fogón, F-O-G-O-N, which is just like this but rectangular one. Made out of metal, regular metal, and the old type of Spanish 5-gallon olive oil containers, of metal containers they use for oil, olive oil. They will open it, they reinforce it, and they will make the fogón with that. And everybody will have that in the kitchen, being poor, rich, or intermediate, old style. We're talking about 1600, 1700. 1500, 1600, 1700, you know, before the kerosene came around, and we had the kerosene stove. And then after the kerosene stove, we got the gas, natural gases. I mean, LP gas, propane gas. I don't know what the stove is going to be in the next, what, 20, 60 years. You okay? Okay, let's see. Lukewarm. How many minutes? I don't know, guys. But they're not helping the stove with extra air, so it's not like I don't want it to succeed. But there are some things that they are what's the right word? Fads. They come and go, and they want you to spend your money. Now, these in the market is almost $50. When I bought it, a Chinese copy was $32. And in the Chinese market, it went up. But as you can see, I will not put my money on it. Yeah, the chimney is hot. Now, why do I use coal? Because I put coal in this one, not regular wood. And as you can see, it's real black and greasy because we use it and abuse it. We grill everything in there. And this is practical. This is 10 times better than the old Mexican, Mesoamerica style stove, and 100 times better than this one right here. At least it's more effective, quicker, and cheaper because you use a lot less fuel. still a little warm. Now, so the US wood is not supposed to be used on coal. It's supposed to be used in real wood. Well, I have some real wood over here. Oh, nice. I hear an airplane. They're flying a little bit more. One of my producers' niece, she's in Washington working for the National Breakfast. What is the company? National Breakfast what? National Breakfast Group, and she went back to Washington. And she was telling us that the airplane was packed. I mean, literally packed. They didn't have. Oh, the mask was mandatory. See, forgot my gloves, guys. But that's another problem with this stove. See, you cannot put big pieces of wood through here. They have to be small. And then you get the smoke. If you use wood, you get the smoke immediately. You saw that? Well, I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, guys. Basically, what I'm picking on is the engineering, the idea. Now, there are another record store that works, yes. Because they have an oxygen intake, an oxygen port, much bigger than this. Not even little bubbles here. And I did put a little bit, a good decent amount of coal in there. Not the brisket kind, but the wood. So what do you think? Is it worth $50? See, as soon as I put more air, more oxygen, you can see flames. Now, if you mean to tell me that the designer told you that you have to blow air while you're cooking, it's full of it. That defeats the purpose. By that sense, you can make an open fire. You cook quicker. You waste more. Fuel, more wood, but you have a better control of the fire. I think you can go back and review one of my videos when I use this to cook steak, big thick New York cut style steak. And on top of my washing, my brand new washing machine in my garage, you know, some training. And it was on in probably 15 minutes. I know some of you say that's nasty, but hey, you have to create, you have to do as best as you can. I know I'm not gonna have anybody to tell me I'm cheating. I'm cheating. I'm doing as best as I can, trying to help this bracket stove right here. I don't think if it has some good write-up on the internet. I don't think so. The Lizada style, you remember seeing my old one back there? Because it's a little bit open, wider, with a bigger room in the middle. It has better combustion than this one. Just think about engine, a car engine cylinder. The cylinder in a car motor, in a car engine, is closed, but you got valves that allow you to get air and fuel at the same time, you know. Here you had nothing. You put the pot on top. You kill the, you reduce the amount of air, therefore you reduce the amount of combustion. Even though you have probably a 2.5, 3 square inches opening right here, so where you can put the fuel. Okay guys, I'm gonna tell my producer to cut it off. I'm boring you too much with this. And then when the boil is boiling, we come back. Okay YouTube, my producer kinda got on me. This video is getting too long and boring, so she's gonna cut it some. But basically she told me this is a dot. She telling me to tell you after that. That tells you something. She never get involved in my experiment. But if you have to get one of these small metal stove, portable one, go to my video, my old video, the Lizada. I know my producer can put the little thing on the top. Can you do that, producer? And she's gonna reference the video that I use the Chinese style of portable burner, which is basically not a copy per se, but it's the Chinese version of the very first one that we have in the market, the Firebox. Okay, and the Firebox basically is a copy of the Canadian Guru and Survival. He died already. So everybody kind of copy and improve on the old ones, and nothing wrong with that. You know, you get a concept and you improve on it. Actually running some the missiles now. Unbelievable. So basically YouTube, don't waste your money. I've been here for at least 10 minutes. And take a producer. A minute. 30 minutes? Gee whiz, 30 minutes guys. I know my producer is going to spend another 30 minutes editing this this video. Hey, this is not good. Don't call me U.S. engineering a hater, but I don't have to tell you what's going on with the F-35 and now the submarine, which the government is indicted the engineer, the person involved in the making of the metal. It's a mess, guy. It's a mess. So thank you for watching, and thank you for allowing me to bore you for 30 minutes. But I'm trying to save you, or save some of you, to make a mistake like I did. But I only make 30 days. Now it's even more. Thank you to my new subscriber. Remember, when I have something to show you for your house, for your backyard, Filipino or Vietnamese style, stay away from the Mexican, only for the kind of decor, I would say, home decor, but don't put fire in it. The bottom cracks. And this one, stay away from this one. Adios. Bye bye.